everybody and welcome to another Magical Moon video. It is crazy here today.
It is. We are surrounded by all the animals. This has become like the kitchen of the farm outside. Everyone just congregates here. But it is it's definitely a boiling pot for them all getting up to mischief.
They certainly are. And talking of mischief, lovely Eeyore, bless his little heart, with his new ladies. Yeah, he's causing a bit of trouble. Not in a bad way, but he's just being a little bit blasé with his food, let's just say. So we've got to find a way to contain that today. So we're off on an exploration. Is that the word? Expedition. Yeah,
there's a bit of work to do, but I think it's going to be a really good save. And Jenny's come up with the idea. She actually thought of it in the first place. So the Poitou princesses, we piloted it with them. It works really well. It makes our life easier, but more importantly, it's perfect for them. So I think we best get out of here before we get taken out. Enjoy the video.
No, you're so naughty.
We're in the area we need to be. You might be able to see this old bit of machinery beside me. That is an old muck spreader, but we're not going for that today. We're going for something which is just beside it, hidden even further, even deeper in the jungle. And Toby's gonna, well, hopefully just pull it out nice and gently. I'm gonna hook the chain on, and then we can get down and we can do the job we came to do. Okay. So we think it's attached and we don't want to go too mad to try and get into all the brambles, but I think it's just hooked onto the side of that old bit of machinery. Just going to try a different angle. Okay. Slowly down that way. Come back, it's actually hooked on a bit of metal. So you can come back and just head home. what we're after. It's an old water tank and it's always had a hole in it. It's just sat up here. But we're going to take it down. We're going to give it a new lease of life. We are getting there, and this is going to be a hay feeder, so we're going to put a couple of those little bales in. It's going to be perfect. We have one slight alteration. We have two babies, so we've got Pip and we've got the little Eeyore, and obviously Peggy's going to easily be able to get her head in here, but we want to make it as easy as possible. So Jenny's just said we'll just go down another slice. It's going to be good for everyone.
So it's all installed. It is Eeyore proof and it is full of hay. So they're going to be really chuffed when they come up here and have a little mooch around during the night, because they do free roam. They go back and forward, and this is obviously their new fantastic donkey pen built by Nick and Toby. So yeah, really, really chuffed. Right now though, we're going to go and see a very special old boy called Athos. He's 20 years old now. And he was rescued from the front line not so long ago, but on behalf of another charity. And that charity, unfortunately, they're 7 hours, I think it was, away from here. So we went to pick him up to get him out of the situation. But when we got him home, it became quite apparent that this horse was actually quite wild and extremely frightened. And it turned out that he'd been with his owner an elderly owner for 20 years from a foal from birth, so he'd never been taken away from where he'd always called home. So of course, when he got taken into that holding facility, that was awful enough for him, and then he got taken away and brought here, and it's taken us a long time to just better get close to him and start to touch him and handle him. For those of you that wondered, have we ever found his old owner? We haven't. We have tried, and we are continuing to try, but as it stands, Athos is a very happy boy. He's got a field full of ladies, and we're going to pop down now and show you what I believe really is the real Black Beauty. So it's been a complete transformation, as you can see, and Athos is really pleased to see you now, and he's really interested, and you can only imagine the life he's had with his former owner, because it's really evident this animal's been absolutely cherished and loved. And on the other side to him, we've got lovely Nevada here, and bless her, she was retired to us, actively retired to us, and she's an older lady as well, let's say, and they've paired up really nicely. But it's a wonderful thing to see him finally feel at peace, because when he arrived, he was so out of kilter, he was so concerned and worried, and where he'd come from was terrible, wasn't it?
Yeah, but he's always been a really kind horse. Even when we first got him off the lorry, even when he was at his probably his lowest, his most vulnerable, he was always very kind. He's never had a nasty bone in his body. He was just lost. He was completely out to sea, but he's definitely finding his feet now.
He is. He's quite cheeky, actually. He's trying to bite me now, aren't you? Hey? He knows he's all right now. He's a moon.
I can hear the donkeys
braying.
think it's dinner time.
All right, let's go. See you soon. So he's one very happy boy, and he's just wandered off to go and see his herd family, and it's a lovely, lovely thing.
It is, it's very, very magical at this, well, on a day like today especially, but we've got the cranes flying over, they're all gathering up, and just to see these guys all gather together and be so happy really makes it all so worthwhile, and being able to share it with you guys is fantastic.
So as we all know, I don't want to mention it too soon, but the festive period is soon to be upon us. And if you've been following us for a while, you'll know that over the festive period, we do something called Magical Moments, where you guys send in videos or photos, or maybe you've got someone that you want to send a little message to, only a snippet, keep it short, keep it polite, and we will try and add them to the end of the videos over the course of December. So yeah, it's just a really nice way for us to put faces to you guys, but also for you guys to,
see one another,
spread a little bit of magic.
Yeah, because it's a massive community out there, and we're very, very privileged. Yeah, so it's just lovely. We've got the patrons, we've got the Doc Thomas, we've got the whole community from around the world, and it just brings everyone together. And at this time of year, what could be better? And on that note, I reckon we should say,
stay magical,
and we'll see you next time.
and I'll add the email underneath on the link.